Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are going to create our first Python application with Visual Studio, and we are able and see how we can debug this application with Visual Studio. Now open your Visual Studio, click on create new project. Okay, the Python application is already in my recent templates. So as you can see that there are some default settings that is selected when you click on Python, and here a Python is a cross-platform application which you once create, you can execute it on Windows, Linux and macOS platform. So now click next. You can give any name. So I'm going to keep the default name here and click create. Okay, so the Visual Studio has created this template for me, which is a basic Python application. It just gives some starting point here. Now I'm going to give you a basic walkthrough how the Visual Studio knows that Python application 2.py is the starting point. So to start with, right click on this Python application, right click properties, and you see the application starter file is Python application 2.py. And let's say you add any new file here, you should be able to change the name here. And there are some properties for debugging, which we'll see how we can debug this application. Okay, so that was the starting point. Now we know how the Python application has set the starting application, which is setting to a different file. Let's say if I change this name. Now we need to make sure that we go to properties by right clicking, or I can click alt enter. Here you see the file name is changed, which is good. That's what we wanted. Now what I'll do, I'm going to simply define a method. So how do you define a method in Python? You define a method with def keyword, and there are no flower brackets in Python. It all works by just alignment. So I have defined a method, and I'm going to print a simple message. Okay, now let me define another method so I can show you how we can debug this application. Just don't forget that when you're defining a method, don't forget to put a colon for any message. Okay, so there is no need of semicolon, just like you put for the other messages. Now that I'm also going to define another method that's going to call both the messages, so that the reason I want to do it this way is I want to show you how we can debug this application, debug through the different methods, and there's the whole reason. Now I have defined these three methods. Now I want to call this test. Okay, now I have defined a basic structure here, where we have got three different methods, and one method is going to make a call to this. Now I'm going to run it simply without debugging. You see that, okay, this is my first Python app and the second message. So we are successfully able to get them. Now I'd like to show you how we are actually oops, sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we are actually debugging this. So let me just put your mouse over here. Okay, and you can also put a breakpoint into the methods by just taking your mouse over this section and clicking a left click. Okay, so now I click here start. So there are shortcuts that's available, or you can look at this section for the shortcuts, step into, step over, step out. This you can use. I'm going to make use of those shortcuts. Press F11 to go inside this method in case there was no debug that was available. Once I press F11, it will step into the method. F10, it will go to the next statement, and now again press F11. Let's say I'll just uncheck that debug. I press F11, so it goes inside the method. Okay, you see that the call stack, you can also see the call stack here. So that's all we see, so which is amazing for debugging any Python application here. Now that we are done with this, okay, so it's able to print all the messages in sequence that we wanted. Okay, so that's all for this first application with Python, guys. So I hope you really like this video. Just drop in your comments and let me know if there are any topics that you want me to cover as Python, and don't forget to like and subscribe this video. I really need your support, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.